everybody. Your designers are here.
I'm Anita at Cedar Hill Farmhouse.
And I'm Yvonne at Stone Gable.
And I'm Kelly at My Soulful Home. And we've got tips and tricks and decorating advice for you today. So let's get started.
Today is episode 135, Decor Trends 2018. And oh, I'm so excited about
Oh, me too.
I love decor trends.
You do love those trends.
I know. It's either like, oh, what a good idea, or like, what were they thinking? So it's good either way.
yeah. Sometimes it's a train wreck.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of fun. But everybody loves them. I mean, it's part and parcel of the magazine industry for forever, I think, right? I mean, it's kind of like the questionnaire.
Fashion, decor, home,
They
everything.
love doing trends. So people must really enjoy it. So let's give them some trends, some ideas.
All right, let's go into trends. Woohoo. Do we do what's in or what's out?
Ooh. Maybe let's do what's coming up first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that
All
sounds
right.
good.
Sort of, that's kind of the positive or a possible train wreck. You just don't know.
Okay. Well, I think it's my turn. Wait a minute. I'm going to pat myself on the back a little bit.
Okay.
Here, so
All
prepare,
right.
brace yourself.
Wait,
All right.
are you preparing the bell?
I'm warming it up, baby.
Okay. Tell us.
So, I declared that my color of the year this year was lavender. And I just saw that House Beautiful has determined that lavender and lilac are the colors hot trends for 2018. So.
For accents. Good job.
Obviously. House Beautiful has been stalking you.
Oh, stop it.
Did you feel someone watching you?
I did.
They must have found that. They must have found that on your blog and loved it so much.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Okay, well, while we're talking about colors, I see this, and I've seen this sneaking up on us, and we're going to talk about this even more tomorrow when we talk about color combinations of the year. Black and white is going to be hot.
I'm so hot. Black and white.
I love black and white. And not only that, black and white with metals. Oh, metals are so big.
That sounds good.
And
I like
you
that.
will be happy to know this, Kelly. Brass is huge again.
Oh, yeah. I think that's right.
I love
And
my
so is
unlacquered
gold.
brass. So I don't know if that's the brass that they're talking about. It should be hot, but
I saw both. I saw the shiny and the unlacquered.
Yeah, I
love
think
it.
that's right. I think it is. People, I mean, the silver tones were great, but, you kind of get bored with it. And I remember those unlacquered brass from years ago, and I always thought it was beautiful, and then it just went out, and I was like, what?
Yeah. Companies need to make more money, so they've got to think of
well,
new
yeah, they have
things.
to make more finishes.
Yeah.
And the unlacquered brass, actually, it's kind of one of those things where, you're getting less, but they charge you more. Like, what?
Yeah.
But when you want it, you want it.
Metallics.
That goes sort
are
of
so
hand in
big.
hand with the trend that I'm going to talk about. One of the trends I'll be talking about is imperfect is the new perfect, which I think is sort of fabulous for ourselves and our homes and everything
Haven't
else.
we always been operating like that?
Yeah, well,
we have. You're right.
we love the patina. We love, even though our curtains might be a little short, that we sort of hide them, and we
Something
love
a little odd.
the crusty, chippy, yada yada, and all of that good
Crusty,
stuff.
chippy,
But
rusty. Is that what you call it?
Rusty, crusty, chippy.
Okay, rusty, crusty, chippy. Okay.
Yeah, so it's more of a movement than a trend, which I think is really great. And
Oh, I love that. A movement.
yeah, and so
Yeah,
it's
mhm.
sort of
Much
an
of a movement is trend.
attitude, maybe like
Ooh,
a
it's an
little bit
attitude.
more relaxed. Yeah, and then it also evokes a casual elegance, right? So time-worn textures and things that appeal to your sense of transcendence. Now, that's a quote from something.
Okay,
I read.
that's a little too like
So it's
zen
like,
for me.
it's
so.
okay. It's, it's been around for a while, kind of like me, it's all right if it's a little worn away, right? So I think that that's lovely. And so, that kind of plays upon the idea of that whole wabi-sabi, that Japanese aesthetic. So it's like, it's okay. It is what it is. It's a little imperfect, da-da-da.
Well, you were talking about something that is like luscious and a little more comforty. And I see two things I am so thrilled about. Velvet is coming back.
Oh, I was going to say that. And I'm so in love with the velvets.
So am I.
Now, even with the silvers, the light colors, the pastels, but those deep, rich blues and I just love the velvets.
I just love velvet no matter what it is.
Me
and
too.
Listen to this. And on top of that, fringe.
Oh,
well, I've always loved fringe, so I'm all on board with that.
Some of this is really sort of not new to us. I mean, we're talking about like they're hot, it's coming up hot, but some things we've loved all along, but they're going to be really predominant. Velvet, fringe, and a little more voluptuous furniture, like more cozy.
Oh,
yeah, I'm
instead
seeing
of like
cozy.
the more boxy.
I think the cozy is coming in, softer things. I think we had a lot of industrial things this year and a lot of hard edges
over the last few years.
And I think there's some pushback. So now it's let's go softer, let's go cozier. You know, I always love a cottage, so that whole cozy feel is so
you're gonna love it. Can you
me.
think of like voluptuous velvet furniture with fringed? With fringes.
I could get all over that.
Yes.
Okay, but I have heard that 90s simplicity is also on trend or will be on trend for 2018. So I don't know if that's at the same time or they're opposed to each other.
What does that mean, 90s simplicity?
So it's sort of pared down vibe and maybe like metal.
I mean, the only thing I can think about it being simple is that it was before the smartphone. I mean, that's all I can think of.
All I can think of is the 90s. There was nothing simple about my decoration.
I know. This is interesting, but I've seen this complex. In several. I've seen this in several places. So it's very simple lines, like maybe, as I'm saying, like a metal frame, and then maybe a nice cushion or back of the chair, and then maybe you're putting a pillow on it or something. So maybe you're putting a velvet fringe pillow on that chair, which would kind of be cool because wouldn't
that be beautiful?
Your juxtaposition. But I don't know. Simplicity of color, nudes and beiges, and an elevation of the materials used. So they're saying
velvet is a very elevated material.
Right. So,
I love velvet. I mean, we've been crushing on velvet all year, I think.
Crushing on velvet. You're good.
You're so funny.
Okay. And one of our faves, metals. Metals are here to stay. They've been around for a while, but there's definitely a resurgence coming in 2018. Golds, brasses, bronzes, chromes, and being used in different ways, like maybe sheet metal covering a cabinet, maybe
or a backsplash,
right?
I've seen that.
I'm definitely getting those aspect tiles. I'm gonna email that girl. Yeah, and see.
Well, what about the big floral prints I'm seeing coming back in?
That's in the lush category too. I've seen.
Do you know, all I can think about is my navy blue and with my big cabbage roses all over it. That was the sofa material.
Well,
but I don't think that's what they're talking about.
I'm still traumatized by when we moved into the house before this one. There was they had turned off the electricity because the house had been on the market for so long. So I remember we're in the bathroom. It was actually after dark when we went to see the house, which was kind of crazy dumb, but we did it anyway. And I'm sure it was my idea. And then I'm like, I can't see the wallpaper, and I don't know what we did. If we had some little flashlight or something, and we turned it on, and it was just like, my eyes, because it was
turn it off.
Yes, it was the wallpaper in the bathroom with these big plaid brown flowers.
With plaid and flowers,
plaid brown with navy.
Oh, wow.
Although I love brown and navy and cream together, but not like that.
I mean, it was
like that.
It was just, bleach for your eyes moment. It was painful.
Oh,
like
so but you're saying that big florals are coming back?
No, but in a bold,
but not way. Not in the brown plaid way. But
like a huge wall covering or like a mural sized.
Or even on furniture. I've seen some on furniture and pillows, big splashy prints.
Here's what I'm going to tell you right now.
Tell us.
Pass on that one. I will pass. I definitely am. I've had I've had those big florals. You just need them once. Once and done is good for me.
Yeah,
right. Well, now here's my
I'm
thinking.
not sure that
So
I would do it, but
No,
you could do it on a pillow, Yvonne.
Yeah.
Pass.
Pass.
Mm.
No, I'm not. Well, I have big splashy florals on some duvets at the farm, the girls' beds, but I just have it relocated kind of to the foot of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was too much to have the whole bed with that, but it's pretty. Now I'm really eyeing these repositionable wallpapers. I think it would be fun to have one big pattern, one big, thing on the wall, maybe a big floral thing. But
well, that's kind of what they're talking about.
Floral.
See, that's what I'm saying. But but I don't see keeping it for long. That's the thing. I'm not.
No.
But I could see kind of having fun with it for a little while. But, the problem is and I think a lot of listeners have this issue. My walls have a little bit of texture on them, and I don't know how that's going to work unless you have a real smooth surface. But I think it would be fun to just put it up for a couple of months and then take it down.
Yeah.
All right. Let's flip into something that's
okay. Can I riff off that?
Yes,
for a second?
Can. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you like that idea, I'm picturing like, a guest room that's sort of all white. And then behind the bed, you have this fabulous, gigantic dahlia or something. You're like, wow. I mean, I think you could get your head around that, Yvonne, as a visitor, maybe not in your house, but something like,
well, not in my house, but maybe somewhere else. If this happens to me, girls, please call somebody and get me in therapy right away, because there will be something very wrong with me.
Okay, we're going to watch out for that. I mean, telltale signs. But if you like that idea, but you say, oh my gosh, I don't want to put up this giant dahlia, or I don't have a white room or something like that. Try my wallpaper panels. So get a wallpaper that has some bold pattern that you think is super fun, and then drop them into a long panel, and you can live with that for a few months, and then just take out the wallpaper and switch it out. Easy.
Make sure you put the link to that on. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I like that one. Or even some big pieces of foam core and just cover the edges. I don't even think you need the frames.
Make sure, though, you put that in the show notes, because that's such a good idea. And I will remember that. If you don't like the florals, geometrics are still in for 2018. And I can take those much more easy than those big florals. So, especially like those gorgeous metallic geometrics. Now they're beautiful with a lot of white space. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not necessarily a geometric girl, but I agree that they're sort of always around in some formation.
I'm with you on the I'm not interested in the geometrics either.
Well, but your house, like my house, really lends itself to that.
Yeah,
not so much in yours. I understand that.
Well, and I'm not arguing with it being a trend. I'm just saying I'm going to pass on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me tell you something else that's sort of interesting, and we haven't seen this for years and years and years, like maybe since the Dick Van Dyke Show or something.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Okay.
I'm leaning in.
Go ahead.
Using one fabric on multiple pieces in a
that
room.
is so traditional.
It is.
Yes, it's homage
so
to a more traditional design principle.
And I used to do it all the
Okay,
okay, but let me finish the thought. What they're saying is that, it's like when something comes back, it always comes back tweaked a little.
In a different way.
Right?
Yes.
How
is it different?
This is coming back. And the way it's tweaked is that you're using this same fabric on multiple pieces, but the base of the pieces are more modern, right? So like a low slung sofa. And so then this whole idea becomes a little bit more forward thinking. Then, we're going back to the chair matching the sofa, matching the ottoman,
the wall,
and then the pillows come, and you get the pillows in the matching fabric.
All
right, you can't tell which is which.
Oh, I hate to say it, but when I would sew, I would do the whole room in the same print, and I would buy loads and loads of the fabric because I thought it all has to match. And what if I run out of fabric? And then, of course, a few years later, I'd be so sick of it because it was everywhere. And then, of course, I would have 100 yards left over of fabric that I just wanted to throw up every time I saw it.
All right, here's the way probably to do that. I would stay away from the sofa. You know me.
Step away
neutral. Maybe I'd make pillows in that fabric, accent share, have it covered in that fabric, something like that. But I don't, believe me, I'm not going to do, this is just too much shades of the past. the sofa and the chairs decorated in the same that is
I think
too
if you're
matching
not
for
going
me.
to be changing, I like the look. I mean, if you're going to be, but boy, you're married to that.
Don't you just love a great recommendation from a friend? Well, we're delighted to be recommending these companies and their wonderful products to you today. And let them know your friends at DTT sent you. Go ahead, clean out your closet, then head straight to Quince. I love every item Quince offers, from wardrobe to decor, and I can really recommend their Ultra Stretch Super Wide Leg Pant at $49.90. The price is unbeatable, and the look is so flattering. It keeps you in on top and flares out of the bottom. Everything feels right with Quince. The price, the quality, and the sustainability. Quince offers a range of luxury wardrobe and home goods at prices within reach. And like Quince's clothing, their home goods are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. Once you've cleaned out your closet and refreshed with Quince, you can also add something to your home decor. So give your wardrobe and your home the refresh it needs with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. And let me know how you love those pants. Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfasts, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months.
So can we talk about what's out yet? Or are we
No, I have a couple more that's in.
Okay.
How about what I'm thrilled that's back in? It was in, then it went out for a little tiny bit. Bar carts are back in. See, I think they really are a classic, and they were saying they're out, but they're going like, no, it's too much of a classic, so they brought it back in.
It's not that they were out, but I think it's kind of
They're
like
not
the subway tile.
Yeah.
It's just overdone.
Got too hot.
I have one in my dining room. We love it. So I'm so glad they're back in. The other thing that we're seeing a lot of this year are maps, like maps for your walls. Yeah,
I
they've
love
been
that
around,
look too.
But and also
nice.
wood.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're seeing less painted things, more natural wood. So that's what I have on my list. Does anybody have more ins, or do you want to go right to the outs?
Well, I think
I'm ready to go out.
One more.
Okay, then you're
How
ready to go
about
out.
the glass bubble lights? They're really
yes,
in.
yes.
So,
Okay.
a big, giant, clear glass and sometimes there's just one bulb inside there, but it makes a statement. It may not give you as much light as you want, but it's making a great statement. That would kind of be fantastic in an entryway or a hallway, something like that.
Yeah, good one on that.
Okay, let's do out. Anita.
Okay.
Well, we've been hinting at it for a while. I think the strictly farmhouse look is kind of on its what do you say? Slow train out.
I agree with that because I've even changed. I call mine a refined country farmhouse. I never bought into the whole thing. I just like the nod, and I think that's what they're saying, people that have bought into that whole trend where everything looks so chippy and homespun. Yeah, it's taking the slow train out.
Well, I think the thing about it is, again, if you have the real McCoy, if you have real antiques that are kind of have a farmhousey vibe, I think that's still in. It's I really think it's more of the reproduction things that perhaps people went overboard with putting in their houses. Like I said, the galvanized metal and, a lot of signs and a lot of, maybe a lot of chickens and chicken figurines and chickens on everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can get tired of it if it's a little too overdone.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So,
well, here's the deal. Let's talk about this before we talk about any more outs. If you love something and it's your style and you're committed to it, just go with it, because you have to be happy in your own home. And don't shoot the messenger. I was getting a little bit of blowback from, I did a post in July talking about like the upcoming things in 2018. And I got a little blowback, and it's just that what we are seeing on the horizon. Now, we don't make the trends, of course, but I think a lot of bloggers.
I think we might make the trends.
But a lot of bloggers contribute
Anita,
to the trend.
Lavender, House Beautiful, Lavender. I mean,
okay. So Yvonne, here's my question. On your bar cart, when it was quote unquote, I'm using air quotes,
I've always had it.
Did you get rid of it? No, you didn't.
I love it.
And this is the thing. I think you make, should I do it?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is, listen, well, as we're saying all this,
that was a very weak
is that a
thing,
self
by the
tip?
way.
Is that a self tip?
There you go.
No, it's for her. It's for her.
Okay.
I think she has actually really the biggest tip here. And this is why I like to follow the trends, but I don't do a lot with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that is because I want to have what's in my house that I love. And sometimes what I want is not what everyone else is doing, because I usually kind of do my own thing. So here's the thing. If I don't care who says it's out. I don't care where you hear that it's out. If you love it, just keep it. You know what? It is your house, and
this
don't
is
worry
fun
about
for
it.
us, really,
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it's just, we're just kind of reporting what we're seeing, but am I going to, I mean, if you look somewhere, it's going to say neutrals are all out. Am I getting rid of all my neutral stuff in my house?
The three of us should
I
say
am not.
no.
I'm not. I'll tell you what I did just to add a little bit of interest to my home, because I had gone so neutral. Remember, it was all the Tuscan stuff, all these bright colors, all the strong, bold colors.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went all neutrals. Well, then I'm thinking, okay, I want a little bit of change. So I didn't throw everything out and start over again. I just added little touches of color to my home.
Didn't you add pinks?
I added some pink, I added some lavender, and I added some blue.
I know blue and lavender are like your signature colors. That's what I think of when I think of you. Well, you're talking about Tuscan. Mm-hmm. Tuscan kitchens, like those dark kitchens, are out.
Unless you live in
Tuscany. And also, this is very interesting. We're not going to name a company, but the do-it-yourself put-together furniture, they're saying that's out. Now,
really?
I'm going to
We're
say...
not going to say a company.
That's interesting.
I'm not going to say a company.
However, I think they're
that.
wrong. Exactly.
I think they're wrong. Well,
no,
right.
That's always going to be in style, because
and
it's
there's
budgetary. And what people can do to that Billy bookcase is unbelievable.
That's exactly my point. But looking at things, I've looked at several different sources, and they're saying that. But because there's such demand for it, that's a bunch of hooey.
Well, and here's the thing. When we were looking for these trends, we were kind of going by what we're seeing, but also the trends as are being reported by, for example, magazines. And there were several trends I saw that were reported that I just laughed at. And I said, I'm not even going to say this one because it's ridiculously wrong.
Well, this is a laughable one, but it's fun to bring these up just to show like how silly sometimes things are.
Right. And sometimes it's just, you can't believe everything you read.
Yeah. And here's one from if you have a wallpaper border, please take it down. That's out.
I love when she talks like that. Please take it down. Please put your heads on the desk. After you've taken your wallpaper border down.
When you're finished that paper, boys and girls, put your fingers on your nose, and when I wink at you, then you know I've seen
wow,
you.
Anita. I mean, I was compelled. I have my finger on my nose. I don't know about you.
That's my first grade voice.
Oh, I'm too. No, yeah. So yeah, I mean, so really, I mean, are either one of you getting rid of something because you heard it's out now?
Well, if you think I'm going back to my house and ripping out my marble, you told me that was out last year. And
I said it's not going to be hot, but it's always a classic. Now, here's what I'm not going to get rid of. Two things.
Gave me the slow train on that.
Yeah, it was on the slow train.
But that train broke down, so it's not leaving town.
They say tufted headboards is out. I'm keeping mine. And they say mason jars are out. And we're drinking out of ours. So there you go.
How could mason jars be out? That's silly.
I know. It's ridiculous. I know.
Silly. I mean, again, you know, like if you had everything in a mason jar, you're like, oh, here's your soup in a mason jar, honey. Oh, your toothbrushes are now corralled in a mason jar. Oh, look, kids, I made you lunch. Carry it to school in a glass mason jar.
But see, Kelly, that's exactly what happens. Mason jars, in essence, are not out. But I saw this before and kind of said it was out because it wasn't just that mason jars aren't out, but using mason jars for they were overused. And then it was like a mason jar print and then a mason jar poster and mason jar towels.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
there were mason jar towels.
A mason jar everything.
No, and I mean, you know, and think
That's
about
wrong.
those. I mean, when I was first decorating and didn't, you know, you'd think, oh, chickens are in or whatever, ducks.
I like chickens.
And then you just get everything covered with chickens or ducks.
Okay,
and then
here's
you realize
the deal.
It's a little too much.
Anita, I would say maybe 20 years ago, I got a beautiful chicken lamp, and it's a hen, but it's really beautiful with a tall lampshade, and I love it. And I have kept it all through the chickens are out, the chickens are in.
Chicken, yes.
And it is so classic that it is timeless. And those are the things that we want to keep.
I had a bunch of roosters. I got rid of most of them and just kept one that was out of kind of concrete. So,
and you have
spray painted mine gold.
Yes. So your rooster is right in style.
Yeah, and there I actually had some large ones from France, but I was just kind of tired of them and gave them to a friend who was thrilled to have them. So
here's another thing that's out, girls: nautical themed furniture.
That's okay with me.
I didn't have any.
I
missed
have
that
it, but I love
train
that crisp
altogether.
look. I love
the
crisp
3-hour cruise.
tour.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you don't need
she's going to act like she doesn't know what that is either.
No, you don't need any boat decor if you don't live on a boat or like on the seaside.
Or if someone that you love hasn't graduated from the Naval Academy.
That's another.
Now, wait a minute. Now, have you
might
seen
need
that? You probably haven't. The Saturday Night Live skit, you can find it on YouTube, where they talk about the mom cut. You have to have the mom cut. And then, you know, it's the haircut. It's the asymmetrical haircut. And then, and then as part of the cut, there's certain things that you have to do. And one of the things that you have to do, you just turn into this person. You have to have nautical stuff in your bathroom. It's a beach.
Oh, your bathroom's a beach.
And then your kitchen is the farm. So you have to have farmhouse stuff in your kitchen, nautical stuff in the bathroom, and then you have to reuse all your gift bags. I mean, Yvonne would be screaming at that.
Throw them out. That's
so
something
funny.
that's out this year, gift bags.
Well, only with you, honey.
That's right.
I want to know what source you read that at.
Yeah, she made that one up.
On my blog.
That up.
On my blog.
On my blog. Oh, well, that is
She's
a source.
self-reporting.
Here's another one. Those, and this has really been a big trend over the last maybe 4 years. Those bare Edison light bulbs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I still like those, but again, just don't overdo them.
You're going out.
Inevitably, with the new year come wellness goals. One very effective and easy to reach goal is to add dose to your wellness regime. Dose is expertly formulated organic wellness shots that support your liver in one delicious drink. Formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support liver health. Potent turmeric, milk thistle, and ginger. There's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Did you know that your liver performs over 500 special functions? Since I learned all that my liver is doing, I started with Dose to support all those vital functions. I take a shot of refreshing Dose 2 times per week to combat everyday toxins from food, meds, alcohol, and unhealthy air. Since starting with Dose about a month ago, I am definitely feeling an overall improvement in my health. So if you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health like I have, Dose is offering DTT listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. So go to dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. That's dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. You know, we're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about, visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order.
Damask. See, damask is such a classic. It can never go out. But again, you're right, Anita. Ding, ding, ding for you, the overuse of anything.
But wasn't that, was that being overused recently? I don't remember that happening.
You missed that?
I missed the overuse of damask. Damn it. I like damask.
Damask, I like that.
Yeah, but it's so true. All things in moderation, like pie. Like just you wouldn't eat the whole pie. So don't have,
it depends.
But don't have too much of what was a good thing because suddenly it's no longer a good thing. And then you've got too much of it.
And then it's just ruined for everyone.
And then you've ruined it for everyone. Exactly. And then you can't even give your roosters away.
Can we do this last one? What's out? Now, listen, don't jump on me now. Too much granite. Too much granite.
What's too much?
Like every countertop, all your islands, everything. They say break it up.
That's my house. It's all granite.
Yeah, they say break it up.
And you know what?
But
I don't
yours
care.
is white.
It's white.
Yeah. So I think that might be the caveat.
Let me go rip it out now.
No, I think they mean like the marbly colored browns.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a lot of dark color. I mean, yeah, a lot of stone, especially if we're saying things are getting softer. So maybe a lot of the stone.
Well, you're not going to put something soft on your countertop. You're still going to have something hard countertop.
But is that really a trend, or that's just good design not to have everything?
They're saying it's a trend. I have it right here. I should have said that. Natural element, stone and wood.
No, I agree that is a trend. But saying don't have every surface in granite, like, is that really a trend, or that's just like, duh?
I think that's
like,
just
don't do that. Right? It's just too much hard stuff in one place. Break it up. You know, do a butcher block or do something else.
My kitchen's all granite, so I don't care. You can have granite
but your
everywhere.
kitchen is open concept. It's not like a closed off room where every surface, or you have like an island that's like an ice skating rink, which some people have, right? I mean, so that's a lot. That's a lot of stone.
Let me just ask you this. I'm thinking about, and I've got a big island, putting, what is your white granite called, Anita? I love that.
White River.
Putting something that looks like white marble but won't stain. And I know we've had this talk before that it,
please don't start
get
that
her
again.
on.
I know, but I cooked
with her
so much on that island. I'm thinking about making it white.
Oh, that would look nice.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, you can always go with
and black
quartz.
And white sin. Ugh, yeah, that's what I was. Actually, that's my favorite.
Or quartzite.
Quartz.
Yeah. So yeah.
And, yeah.
And that's in.
That would look good. That's a big job though.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I'm going to ask them if they can cut the slab of my island and make it into my bathroom countertop. That I won't feel
That's
so bad.
excellent repurposing.
I wonder if they can.
Of course they can.
There you go.
Well, I don't know how well it's what kind of adhesive they used. I hope they don't have to break it up, jackhammer it to get it out of there.
No.
I don't know.
I'm going to say that's going to work for you. I think, and I love that idea of repurposing it. Very nice. Well, is there anything that you're saying that we talked about that is going to be a trend that you're excited about? We had a lot of I'll pass.
Velvet.
Oh, the velvets. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Metallics. Love it.
How do you feel about velvet all year round or velvet in a warm climate like Anita and I have?
Oh,
well,
is it okay?
I keep mine out all
Don't
year
overdo
round.
it. I mean, maybe use it in small doses.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm keeping some of my velvet pillows out. I mean, my velvet bolster pillow, it's going to be out all year round.
Okay, I have to tell you something velvet I just got, and I love it. It is a bench, and it's fairly long and narrow. It's tufted, and it's black velvet, and it has sort of the curvy French legs. So very sort of minimalist on the bottom. There's not a lot to it, really.
Is this a second hand or a new piece?
You're just going to flip when I tell you.
Oh, my goodness.
When I took the altar out, of my living room, and
that sounds very funny. When I took the altar out of my living room.
I know, because I have a piece of an altar in my house, so I totally get it.
Right. So when I took that gigantic thing out, it was sort of a relief, but, we need to fill up the space. So those two great chairs I had reupholstered, and the round table with the burlap cloth on it, terrific. A lamp, that looks great. But then in front of the two windows there, it looked very bare, because that's where the chair and that whole shebang I just described was. So it needed something, but my windows are long. I obviously didn't need another chair because I have chairs right there. And, I was like, oh, maybe a storage bench, but that seemed too glumpy. So I look around. I found this bench on overstock.com. It was not more than $120, I think.
Get out.
Oh, stop it. Wait a minute.
Beautiful.
I got to get my phone out.
Mm-hmm. Get it ready.
It is beautiful. I have to remember the name of it, but you're going to laugh. The funny part of this. Now, I really haven't ordered that much. Overstock is I do go there first to
fabulous source.
Okay. And I do use it for clients sometimes. Did I tell you this funny thing that happened?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So flowers come for me right when we got back from Texas. So I'm away, and then all of a sudden these flowers show up, these beautiful roses. I don't think long stem, but tall roses in this lovely box. And I said, Peter gets them at the door, and he's looking at me like, what? You just came back from a trip, and now you got a dozen roses? He didn't say anything.
I thought you were with Anita.
I got them from Overstock.
Oh my word!
Real flowers?
I ordered from. Hey,
I think Peter was more freaked out that those roses were from Overstock than if they were from some cowboy in Texas.
Wait a minute, these are real live flowers from Overstock.
Real live white roses. They're on it's on my Instagram.
Oh my
you can look.
Overstocks, if you're listening, come on now. I buy a lot too. Buck up.
I don't know what it was.
I have an order coming from them.
I think that bench pushed them right over the edge. But and there was a card, and it was thank you so much for your patronage this year. And I was like, whoa.
I'm going to be looking outside my door to make sure mine come too.
Isn't that funny? Gosh. That was so nice.
Overstock's very nice of you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really. I mean, classy move. I'm
right.
even more enthused about Overstock right now.
Okay, so here's a shout out. They're a great company. They may send you flowers.
Oh, goodness.
Right?
Okay.
If you're good to them, they might
send you flowers. You ordered the flowers, or they just sent it as a thank you?
Anita, stick with the story. They just sent them.
Well, I thought you... Okay, I missed that part.
No, they sent them as a gift. Thank you for your patronage this year.
Oh, wow. You must have spent a ton of money is all I can say.
I really don't think I did. I bought some rugs from there, but you can't even spend that much money there because everything's cheap. And it's $200. It's $2.98 to mail the stuff. It's crazy. I don't know how they do it.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
But anyway.
And you'll find things that are on trend there too.
Oh, definitely on trend. And
for
that's
2018.
Yeah, and if you can get the things from Overstock at a really great price and you like the trend, go for it. Don't spend a ton of money on it. But if you want to see my flowers, I'm
going to go on Instagram.
Go on my
and see
Instagram.
your-
On Instagram? Okay.
Yeah, they're the
What
third-
about this velvet bench? I want to see that.
Okay, I
That
gotta
sounds gorgeous.
I'm going to take a picture of that. I haven't pictured that, but then I have right now a Mongolian pillow, 20 by 20, and then front of it a splurge pillow. I love.
You know,
this
we
stuff.
ask you while we're recording, send us pictures. She never does.
That's
I just
true.
want you to know.
Call her out.
You
Call
think
her
she's
out.
sending us
That's
these
right,
pictures
Anita.
later? She's not.
Okay,
That's
I will.
right.
I sent you a picture just last night of me rapping,
But not of
yes, you
anything I
did.
asked for.
Yes, you did. We have a picture of her with the painted bench,
Yeah.
the painted sled, rather.
the painted sled. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wrapping. I'm looking at it right now. And somebody
Yeah,
sent
no, I
a
got
gift
that.
too today. A GIF.
I got that. But I want the velvet bench from Overstock. I want to be seeing this
Okay, I'm going to show
on
you
my
that.
phone
Yeah.
today.
And that has my splurge pillow on. I really did
Okay.
splurge on this pillow. It was way much more than I would spend on a pillow, but it's this fabric I was coveting. So I got that from
Tell
Etsy.
us about that really quick.
Okay, it's Schumacher,
Yes.
Pine, Pyne, Hollyhock, and Pine is the name of last name of a woman, and it was designed for her, and it was it's wallpaper and it's fabric. It's an absolute classic from Schumacher. And
Does it have hollyhocks on it?
They are hollyhocky, but you're not like, wow, that's a hollyhock. You know, it's not like right in your face. And it comes in sort of gray tones, and then I got it in the black, but it's not black, it's cream, but the accent is black. And then I think they have one that has more of like a butter yellow. So those are the three
Sounds
color
like you're
waves.
right on trend.
Oh,
Whoa.
Oh,
The
it's
velvet, the
it's
floral,
the most
the
beautiful
black and white.
fabric. It's
Wow.
stunning. Oh, I do sound right on trend.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna take
Oh,
a picture of that right now.
She's getting a big head already.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
No ding, but I got a big head anyway. No.
You get a ding for the big head.
That.
Okay, there you go.
Don't
Well-
be giving those out so willy-nilly. You can take that one back. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have chatted and chatted
Yes.
and chatted today.
And I'm
know.
losing the light. I've got a photo shoot right now.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We had so much fun chatting with you today. And remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.
Hey everybody, we want to thank you so much for listening to Decorating Tips and Tricks. And we want to make it even easier for you to listen. And it's easier if you subscribe. You just click the subscribe button on our website, www.decoratingtipsandtricks.com, or you can subscribe through Apple Podcast or any of your favorite podcast listeners. When you subscribe, DTT comes free right to you 3 days a week. So until next time.